Hello everybody, it's me, Adam, here again in my concrete bunker, and this is a brand new medium quality. So, I've been watching several of Anthony Fantano's music reviews over on the Needle Drop channel. And that, in conjunction with all of the concerts I've been seeing recently, has gotten me really excited about collecting music. And it occurred to me, I haven't done a vinyl update on the channel in a long time. And my collection is definitely growing, so I think today would be the perfect occasion upon which to drag out the old milk crate and show you what I've got. So, let me grab that. So here's how this is going to go. For each one of these little vinyl updates, I'm going to go through a few records in my collection in alphabetical order and just talk about the record. If it's a great album, if the packaging's nice, or if it has some sort of special significance to me personally. So without any further ado, let's get started. First up, the Alan Parsons Project, Tales of Mystery and Imagination. So this is the 1976 debut album from the Alan Parsons Project, and it's a concept album about Edgar Allan Poe. This is a really great debut album from the Alan Parsons Project. It showcases what I think to be a very special quality that's unique to Alan Parsons himself. Now that's the guy who engineered Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. And I think what he was really good at was taking cutting-edge aspects of technology and pop music and sort of fusing that with progressive rock. There are a lot of great tracks on this album. It's not my favorite Alan Parsons album. We'll get to that one really soon, but it's definitely a great start. Okay, so this is my favorite Alan Parsons Project album right here. This is I, Robot. This is the second album, 1977, and this is what I think to be the pinnacle of Alan Parsons' fusion of what's current in music with what's progressive. So there are elements of progressive rock, symphonic rock in here, but there are lots of places where there are sort of disco type beats, and it makes for something that's really listenable for people who aren't into progressive rock, but it's got that quality of composition that's unique to that particular genre. This is a great album. I love this album so much. I could listen to it over and over again. And of course, it's got this great gatefold image of Alan Parsons himself, a very young Alan Parsons. So next up, I've got the Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. Now this is 1982, so I skipped over a few releases. There are some that I don't have. That intersection of progressive music and pop music starts to take its toll here. This is probably his most commercially successful album, which I think is kind of sad because, in my opinion, it's a little weak compared to I, Robot especially, and maybe even a few of the albums that came between. Eye in the Sky, the title track, being the big single there, and it was really popular at the time, I think, but not really that great of a song. There's some good stuff on here, but it's definitely not my favorite. Continuing on with the A's, I've got a really special find here. Al Di Meola, Land of the Midnight Sun. Kind of hard to talk about this because it's so different than most 70s music that we would be familiar with. Seriously? Anyways, this is a great pressing of this album from Columbia Records. Because I've listened to this so much, this probably is my favorite of his albums, and of course it's the only one that I've ever run across on vinyl. But this was something that I found in a thrift shop in Kokomo, Indiana, So not a place where you would expect to find this sort of obscure jazz guitarist. So I'm really excited that I have it. All right. Next up, in the A's, I've got something a little newer. This is the Appleseed Cast's brand new album, The Illumination Ritual. Now I saw these guys just a couple of days ago and picked this up at their show, and it's gorgeous. Blue-green marbled vinyl, excellent 180 gram pressing, and a darn good album to boot. I mean, it lacks the nostalgic appeal that some of their early stuff has for me, but I am very excited to spend some more time spinning this record. I love the graphic design on this album. It has also a sort of psychedelic, almost spacey 70s sci-fi kind of thing going on. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that one. But let's move on. Okay, yeah, my last record in the A's section, Arcade Fire's Neon Bible. This is easily my favorite Arcade Fire album. Most people would probably disagree and say that Funeral is their best. Unless you're a newcomer and you probably think Suburbs is best, and you're definitely wrong if you think that. But this is a great double LP, a really ambitious recording. I can't help but to be attracted to it, being someone who's very into progressive rock, and this does have that progressive element to it. This is a really hefty pressing, and it sounds fantastic. All right, that is it for the A's in my collection. If you guys are still interested, let me know, and I will continue to update you on this stuff. Follow me on Twitter. The information should be down below. And until next time, peace.